went poof and is gone. I was like, what the hell happened? Oh well. Anyway, we're going to post a story, not a reel, a story, please. Oh God, it's forward-facing camera. Okay, so I did go to the gym. I did upper body today. Again, gotta get these biceps going, and that helps me with like all of this stuff. And then words and things and etc. What did I do? Dallas is home, so it's a little bit when he's home, when he's not supposed to be home, it's a little bit always a bit more disruptive. I really enjoy having him home when he's not supposed to be home, but yeah, it just like leaves me at loose ends most of the time. About 5 p.m. MDT. Oh yeah, we get an extra hour of sleep on Sunday. Try and get the owls. Anyway, yeah, and then I got so I did that. We had breakfast, etc. And then I did also go for my run already. I was going to come on and then go for my run later, but I was just like, you know what, let's just get it done, and then I'm done. And if I work this right, maybe I can get Dallas to actually chill with the kids tonight after dinner. So. Okay. Twitch is working again today, so let's see. Whoa. Okay. There we go. Got all these links posted. An hour and a half. Twitch link. And then, so I've chatted about this before, but Flynn has had these lesions for like well over a year. So we finally did some blood work just to make sure it wasn't like a thyroid or something like that. Turns out that no, his thyroid's actually amazing. We didn't think it was. He's really young for it to be a thyroid issue, but you know, better to check than not, blah, 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 blah. And now we've got a good baseline for later in life as well, which is good. So that's nice. But what it was elevated was basophils. So now we're wondering if like someone actually might have, like if he actually ended up catching maybe a parasite or something like that at, like I'm wondering if he caught a parasite when we went to the emergency vet with him last year, because it all kind of started after that. Or it could honestly be something like at another time. I am not going to pet you because you still have that treatment on your body. I know, I love you too, but okay, I can scratch you on your side. I probably should have closed you out, but I think it's mostly soaked in. It's like it was supposed to get onto his skin, which of course, since he is such a majestically fluffy boy, is actually the hardest part of this whole fucking thing. Dude, you are not helpful. Anyway, the antibiotics are really helping like the little lesions on his head and stuff like that. So I think that that's probably a good thing. We're still on the, okay. Please go do it over here. Thank you. He's still on the hypoallergenic food because that was one of the things that, it's like, okay, let's clear up the other stuff just in case and then see where we can go from there. Anyway, cat. Although the treatment, so what she said is the basophil one will actually, they tend to indicate when that comes up on the thing, that tends to indicate that it's like a parasite that's like deeper in the skin, which is really very interesting. But then the treatment she gave me was for like fleas and ticks. I'm like, oh, okay. He doesn't have any external parasites because he's definitely obviously been to the vet a significant number of times this year. And they've looked in his ears and like the visual inspection, there is nothing. So it's like, great. That's always reassuring. Okay, dude, bro. Okay, good. You're not grooming it off. Okay. So I've pared down the fabrics and distributed them where I want them to more or less be. And now what we're doing is we're just going in and finishing off, like, I want to make a mini traveler sling from this with the gyoza and the Japanese, like, icons. And I also want to make a passport folder. So it's going to go down. The main one is the mini traveler sling, and then we will make the passport folder from it. So it's going to go down onto this pile. This one, because of the height of it, I really want it to be a passport holder. I think that's going to look absolutely spectacular. Obviously, we've got quite a bit, so I'll probably end up making both a mini traveler and a passport folder. But my main goal with that one is passport holder. Both with this one, especially a mini traveler for both of these two. So we're going to put those into the mini traveler sling pile. And when I say that I pared it down, I did pull about half a dozen fabrics out of the roundup so that they, like, yeah, I pared it down. There's not as many bags, or not as many fabrics to cut this time. It's still way too many, but whatever. Fuck it. Didn't I say that in March as well when I was cutting for, like, April, and then we're still working through that pile? Joke's on me. It's okay. This is actually what I did try to do this time, is I tried to focus in on a lot of new fabrics. We are not cutting any, like, small box bags or anything today, because that is not what I want to do. Actually, I don't. These are not suited to my current makes. Never mind. See, so there's 3 more gone. Bye. See you later. Okay, this one is, though. This is the navy geisha / Maiko. The Maiko, because they've got the really fancy obi. Maiko, and then we're also going to do the Sakura Dabi. So this is going to be cut for gyoza bags, and then we're also going to cut for, or we're going to set it aside for the other stuff. Whatever the fuck the other stuff is. I literally just said it, and now it's out of my brain. Oh, if you celebrated Halloween by trick-or-treating or anything like last night, and I hope you had fun. We were so cold here. It wasn't like snowing, but like, honestly, it probably would have been warmer if it was snowing. We probably did about double to triple the number of houses this year, though, which was pretty cool. And then our eldest actually called it. They were like, I'm done. I'm like, all right. Cool. Well, like, we were like, basically we turned around at that point is basically what happened. So it's like, okay, let's trick or treat as we go home, sort of thing. And so we did a few more houses on the way home, but like the houses around us, there aren't a lot of like trick or treaters in them and stuff, or there wasn't a lot of trick or treaters in our area of the community. So there weren't as many houses giving out candy, or, well, that's probably why there weren't as many kids trick-or-treating in our area. We had a lot of teenagers last night, which is actually pretty awesome. So, which is good, because that meant that we were like done handing out candy around 8 o'clock last night, because we were just giving like massive handfuls. And then the kiddos were coming up and like helping and like putting like one piece in and everything like that. And one group of like boys just wanted to give high fives to the kiddos, and it's like, oh my fucking god, that's so adorable. If you're just joining me, we're working through getting gyoza bags cut. Oh my god, this freaking camera. So that it wasn't the cable yesterday or Wednesday. Okay, sorry. If that happens again, please give me a shout out in chat, because that is horrendous. Oh my god. Okay, so is it just that movement? Is it actually the camera that's fucked? Oh my god. Okay. I don't know some days. That is terrible. And last time I did this, it totally freaked out about it, like, what is going on? I don't even see where the camera is. Okay, let's unplug it and plug it back in and see if that works. I don't know. Will that work? Who the fuck knows some days. Oh, that's because the video capture device is like there. Oh, you need to be below. All right. Close the header box and then put the video capture device below the header, not in the header. Maybe. All right. Yeah, still freaking out. Oh, come here. We're going to turn you into intermission. Hello. Am I pissed? 100%. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's absolutely no reason for this to be happening. That's why I'm so annoyed. Actually, I wonder if it's the... Okay. I'm going to also... Okay. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to swap the plug-in, like the port that I'm plugging into, because maybe it's actually the laptop. I hope not. God, can you imagine? I don't want to. Well, I guess it's still under Apple Care. If it's going to go to shit, now is the time for it to go to shit. I still have like another 1.5 years on it. Okay, let's see. Oh my god. Okay. I wonder if it's better zoomed in. A little bit, but not much. Adjust the anti-flicker setting to correspond with the power line frequency in your area to minimize... I'm not PAL. Okay. Nope, that's right. Focus. I wonder if it's freaking out because of the focus. Yeah, like it's still, even with that reset. What about autofocus? Does that help? Actually, that helped. Nope. It helped. Okay, it's better than it was. Sorry. I wanted to be cutting stuff. I didn't want to be worrying about having to like do adjustments. Damn it. It's always tech. Oh, it wasn't even in like the proper video quality. Let's see if that worked. Okay, it's a little bit better, but it's still jumping, but it's not jumping as bad. So let's zoom out. Sorry, this probably looks so funky. Oh my god. I think it might actually have worked. Okay, let's go back to live scene and see if it sticks. If it even, where did it go? Why aren't you connected? I don't even have settings for you. Video capture device. Another cat's taking over my chair. Cat. Add a new source. Video capture device 1. Not the FaceTime camera. The Brio. Thank you. Okay. Let's see if this works. Good gosh. Oh. I don't think it did. God damn it. Come on, video capture. You gotta go under everything. Thank you. Okay. Let's see if this chills for a little bit. No, I don't want to move me. I did not select you. I selected the back video. It's like, you totally meant to select me, right? No, I did not. Okay. Thank you for joining me while I figure out this frickin' tech issues. If that doesn't fix it, we're gonna... No? Okay, that looks... Ugh. Okay, but it's not as bad. Okay, we'll stick with that one because honestly. I wonder if it's a setting actually in the bloody blah. The bloody blah being the Streamlabs. I wonder if I just streamed to YouTube, if it would be... No, because it... Yeah, well, it might be a software issue. Okay, whatever. Bear with me. We're just going to kind of like ignore it. And I will figure it out later. Because I just want to cut fabric, and it's still better to stream than to not, I think. Right? As long as you still agree with that, we'll keep going. Okay, there's the fold for the 19. What it seems like it's having issues with is like the fast movement of like flipping the fabric up and dealing with that. So I don't know, maybe if that's actually the... Ooh. Oh shit, that's right. I gotta order more rotary blades. I did order more double-sided tape because we're going into welt pockets galore for the Christmas season. If you're following along for the last mini Traveler Sling adventure, you know how much I dislike welt pockets. Welt pockets 100% have their uses. Unfortunately. But, yeah. Okay, it looks like that geisha bag is going to be a little bit smaller because I messed up that cut a little bit, but that's okay. Hi, buddy. Actually, how much did I mess this up? Damn it. A lot or a little? Oh, not bad. Okay, but I will cut it from this side. I'm going to trim down the selvage on this side, and then I will cut it from this side, and then we'll deal with it from there. So if you're just kind of wandering across the stream right now, I am working towards a pop-up with Ancient Arts Yarns on November 16th, which is now 2 weeks away tomorrow. Fuck, it's just 2 weeks away tomorrow. And then it's a double-header weekend with a Japanese community event on the Sunday on the 17th. Also 2 weeks away, essentially. So we are going to be doing a lot of sewing over the next couple weeks, especially since I haven't actually even cut into the fabric for the Traveler Slings yet. That's part of why it's like I'm not that sad that we're paring down the amount of fabrics that I randomly pulled off the shelf the other day. And if we don't get all the Gyoza bags done, that is fine too. We're just kind of getting a start on everything. See where we get. The next thing here will be actually matching up mini Traveler Slings with denim exteriors, I think. Is that the next thing we should do? Or should the next thing we do be cutting the Obi bags? Like the Traveler Slings. I think maybe we should cut the Traveler Slings next. Because realistically with the Japanese event, I want as many Obi bags as like physically possible. And actually then that would also allow me to cut the passport holders as well, because we have a whole list of what we're cutting from all of these. Honestly, just even nice plain, my cat, plain passport holders made from Obi would be really nice too. So, all right, so this one's going to become passport holder. This will become a passport holder. The bunnies are going to go in and become a mini, actually a mini and a mini, and we already have a mini of this going, so I'm going to ignore this one. This one's going to actually go back on the shelf. We're not putting it on a comic book board because there's so little of it at this point. This will be cut down and made into small box bags and large box bags and Kato for next year probably. Maybe, who knows. Passports and minis. Okay, we've got fans and strawberries and ladybugs. This feels like a summer fabric. We're going to ignore it. Fans definitely need to be Gyoza bags, I think. Except they are directional. They're extremely directional. So let's just do the old fold trick and see what I want to actually make from this here. Okay, so it's actually... that's not bad. Travel and passport folder. Blunk. The ladybugs, I'm going to put this aside for next year too. We're going to do the hedgies and the cat's whiskers because these are both really good, like Christmassy colors and fall colors. Yeah, so see that? What the hell changed? Like, I did change some settings, but is that what, like, changed it? I don't know. Sorry, my friend was just like, is that a makeup or a bruise on your child? And I'm like, it's makeup. I messed up by like putting it way too heavy on the one side. Okay, so these will all, nice gold, will also look really good for Christmas. And then I've got the red and green sushi neko, which will look really good for Christmas. A red tuxedo cat. And I'm also going to be cutting and introducing the knit fabric bags here as well with the Gyoza bags. So I have come to the conclusion that I may have to become an even earlier morning riser, and I do not like it. I was like out for my run today, which, okay, I don't get it. I'm not like, yeah, I'm not in a bad mood. There we go. That's what I was going with. I'm just sad today. I'm like, oh, I don't like this. And then it was like, I'm on my run and I'm like, I might need to start running in the mornings because I'm going to be training for the Calgary Marathon in May. And it's just like, I probably should start getting up in the morning and at least doing like what I can, especially on the long run days, doing what I can before I got to take the kids to school. Because I am finding that like the training is already starting, like, or is remaining disruptive to work and everything like that. So I'm like, ugh. And then the other portion that I'm going to change is like, I'm on an off-season program right now. But then after this, I was going to go into like a bridging program. But instead, I'm just going to challenge myself to do 2 days of like a 7.5 minute per kilometer 5K, which is going to be a stretch of my ability. I'm not that fast unless I'm racing, but I'm like, that is the pace that I need to be running for my marathon to be at the time that I want for Calgary, because I want a 5.5 hour marathon. I will be happy with sub 6, but the goal is 5.5 because that's the last pacer. Yeah, so that's the goal. Because having a pacer at Disney was like life-changing. And doing a 7.5 minute 5K consistently for like 2 months is also going to allow me to like really get used to that pace. It will be a push, so it's not something that I'm going to do like 3 times a week. I'll do it 2 times a week, and then I'll do like a slower, like, I don't know, maybe I'll just do another slower 5K or something like that. But I'm going to do all just like distance based, I think, until it's time to actually start training for the half or for the full. Anyway, the idea was that it's like I probably should start getting up at 5-ish so that I can run before I take the kids to school. Because here's the thing, I don't have the energy right now to come downstairs after they go to bed. It's like really hard. Unless I'm like apparently in Knit City show push, and even that was tough. So I think what I need to do is I need to start going to bed at a reasonable hour, get up and get the run done at least before the kids, or at least the majority of it. So it's like if I get up at 5 and I have like an hour and a quarter run, that's fine. Anything under like an hour and a half, get up, then I like make breakfast and all of that. Yeah, when Dallas is home, it's even easier. Although he usually goes to the gym at 5. So then maybe I'll just start getting up with him and like rolling out of bed, basically. So wish I still had my night owl powers. Oh well. Now I feel like, Katie, what's the back of this becoming? So the side cut's probably going to become wristlets, and then the back cut is going to become tote bags next year. So we're already cutting bags for next year. Not like I don't already have enough tote bag cuts, but you know, what's a few more? What's a few more? If I'm insane, yeah, it's the fabric. Oh, man. I got a call, partway through my run, and it was like one of the teachers like, so are your kids getting picked up early today? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, and I'm like, is everything okay? And she's like, well, they don't have a lot of, their lunch was very light. And I'm like, oh, did they eat everything? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I will be there in like an hour with more food. This morning it was like brain not working. We need to go do a grocery run. That's what we should do. So I think that's part of what we'll do tomorrow. But it was like, I don't know, half the time they don't eat everything anyway. And then, oh no, never mind. We already made these into mini traveler slings, but it was like it sold instantly. So let's do that again. Or should we do bags, project bags? No, I want these to become Kato in project bags. Okay. Away with you. I don't know. Why'd I fold one and not the other? Whatever. Never mind. Why'd I fold one and not the other two? Damn it. Oh well. I'm going to have to actually go in and update the fabric catalog after this too, because a lot of these are now no longer good for larger orders. Okay. We're going to do all the things in the green and red sushi Nikkei. Yeah. And then I'm going to go behind and I'm going to take the curtain rods and put up at least the lining fabric roll underneath the desk, because then it's like easier to unwind that. Well, never mind. We're not going to need that roll of fabric because these are either going to be lined with, they're not really getting lined with like that fabric. They're lined with like paw prints and stuff. Never mind. So what I should do is I should go under and put the interfacing roll on, and that's what we'll do. Because that's the next one that we'll have to work with. The canvas it's chilling right now. And it can stay chilling until we get it hung. Just so I'm not having to like take up half the room pulling fabric off of the roll because it's so heavy. I was kind of looking at it and I'm like, why didn't I just like orient the cutting table so it was against the closet? We could have hung them in the closet. But I think the obi would still, or the obi and stuff like that would be disruptive to it. So I don't know. Still a possibility, but unlikely. Okay, and then this is getting mini travelers and passport folders made from it. Focus on passport folders for that one. And honestly, we'll probably make a fin sling out of it as well. The backpack, the pear bag, the pear backpack, and a couple other things. Who knows? We also need to make some kato of the sushi Nikkei. I need more sushi Nikkei. Oh my god, I saw an advertisement for some Japanese fabric. So it's like that little black cat ends up being in like a bunch of the flowers, right? So we've had roses, we've got wisteria, blah, 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 blah. The newest iteration of it, it has a black cat in Sakura. And oh my God, is it glorious. Let me see if I can find the photo of it. Because it's, ugh, so good. Like, so good. It's so delicate and cute. It's not showing up very well on the video, but holy, do I ever hope they still have it when I get there. The red version of it's really good too. So that was like an aqua version. This is like the red version. So it's just this cat scattered in amongst the sakura, like, branches. I want it. I think I've mentioned this before, but it continues to be true. Of like when we couldn't go, it was like, okay, not a big deal. And now it's like, oh, I could be going and buying the fabric, but I can't. Maybe I do need to plan a trip next year. Except then it still like backs up onto the whole like, why go in June when I'm just going to be there in February? I may as well save the money and like do a bigger trip, right? So, well, we already got the bigger trip planned, so I may as well just wait. I'm like, yes. Yeah, we'll do strawberries. I'm like, I rejected the strawberries on black because I was like, oh, it's not very much the season. But for some reason, these ones feel more Christmassy than those other ones. So that's my story. Plus these as a mini traveler sling and a passport folder. Oh boy. Is it ever going to be good? If you're wondering what passport folders, Katie, I just posted a photo of them on Instagram today. Basically, I went, oh, I need a 4 passport holder now because, of course, with the children, I need it. And so I don't like, I've still got my old passport holder for 1, 2 at the max, because when I solo travel, that will still be good. And I like it. And the company is like long gone now, has been for a few years. Majesty and Friends. They were out of Edmonton. Anyway, yeah, this new passport holder will hold like 4 passports easily, and it will also take a couple pens, or a pen and a golf pencil is basically the sizing. It's set up for like boarding passes and cash and transit cards, and it'll just hold all of the things, and it is glorious and I love it. I am going, as per usual, to change it up a little bit. I was thinking about that on the run today as well, is that like it's got a massive kind of Velcro flap, because I want to make some of them out of the obi. I'm like, I don't want to be doing a massive Velcro flap. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the magnetic snap or just snaps. But the magnetic snap rivet, or the magnetic snap, I think, is going to be more accessible. So that's why I'm leaning towards it. No, apparently there's not as much of this one. Do we want to commit to a gyoza bag for this, or should I do... I'm like, what are the other options? It's like gyoza bag. I definitely want a mini travel sling and passport of this. Let's just go with that because there is less of it than the pink. That's my story. Okay. And yes, I am still drinking coffee, if you've noticed. Because as much as I'm like, I need to start getting up earlier, I am tired right now. I went out and did all the errands. So obviously the day was disrupted anyway, because I was like, I'll come downstairs after like my run, and then I can just go out and just do my blood work, because I went and did my blood work, and I had a couple parcels to drop off, but I'm like, that's not as disruptive. And then I got the call about the kids. I'm like, okay, if my afternoon is going to be disruptive, we're just going to go do all of the things. So Also, it's like protocols changed again so I went in for my A1C, for my diabetes, and then I had to get another urinary test done, which, yeah, that's just what happens. But, so for the past like 3 or 4 years, they haven't provided a wipe to like clean up beforehand, because they're like, oh yeah, it doesn't change the results. And then I got handed a wipe this time, and I'm like, and the instructions on the wall are like new, and I'm like, why? What changed? I'm like, I'm not going to complain because it should still provide as good or better results. But I'm like, that's like, it was a very rapid change compared to like having to had done it for years before that sort of thing. I know that they said, yeah, like I guess I said that already, so it doesn't matter. But it's weird. Although we've gone back to a provincial-wide lab system here. They had taken us off of it and tried to privatize it. And that didn't work, so we're back onto the public system, and my God, is it so much faster. Like, there was an appointment available on Monday if I wanted to book an appointment. And the wait time there was like, I think I sat down for 3 minutes. I barely opened the Instagram app on my phone. And they were like, you can come back. And I'm like, what? Like, I went with that intention that it was going to be less busy because they have a wait time kind of estimation online now, which is awesome. But yeah, I still wasn't expecting it to be that fast. Why are there pieces of fabric in here? Also, I really don't want to sew this one. I like opened it up and it's just like fabric everywhere. Okay. No. Yes, I don't know why, but I really like the background color on this one. It's a very distinct kind of green, olive green, almost like a dusty olive or a dusty neon olive. There we go. 100%. That's the best description. Not convoluted at all. Just the best description ever. Okay. Whew. These are some cute pops too. This one is not going to become mini traveler slings. The print is quite large, but I do think it is going to become a passport folder because I feel like that'll be fun. Ooh, and then I totally got a targeted Instagram ad. It was like perfect. Someone stitching out of, where is she? She's Japanese Canadian, living in like Ontario somewhere, Windsor, I think. Kanae, Kanae designs. Super adorable. I was like, I jumped right on it. I'm like, do you do kits or like patterns? And she's like, I just started. So it's something that I'm considering, but I haven't done yet. And I'm like, as soon as you do, let me know, because this is 100% something I want to like wholesale. Please, 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 please. They are freaking adorable. Come on, fabric. And I'm figuring out that honestly, so as much as it's like, man, how much are the kids going to remember about going to Japan so young? It's actually super useful for us because they're so young. They get to like basically stay for free as long as, so it has to be 2 adults and 2 beds. So I couldn't go without paying extra for the second child. But as long as I book 2 beds and 2 adults, they can stay for free at like both hotels that I'm looking at. And I'm like, yes. Like, that is not the end goal to doing this, but it is definitely a perk of like having, or not having, but taking them as preschoolers. Mini traveler sling, I think, was the main one for this, and then the passport folder. Owls 100% need to become I know that I said that I was like really into the other ones because of the Christmas colors, but this is also feeling like a Christmas color, and I don't care what you think. It's like, it's that like, yeah, like the pink and white kind of like soft Christmas colors, I guess. Actually, no, that's Halloween. I get to take down our interior decorations, and then we'll decorate for actual Christmas after Remembrance Day. But I'm super excited because I don't mind Halloween, but I much prefer Christmas and prefer decorating for Christmas. So, and I've already seen some stuff at like Michael's that I'm like, that would be perfect for like certain areas that I do, because I kind of do like little themed corners, and I like I kind of add on slowly because there's not much point in buying it all at once because that's boring. But they had, what did they have? They had like the velvet flocked trees this year in the like nutcracker section. And I usually do like a kitschy kind of corner. Well, it used to be like a nook. Now it's a piano. It's Dallas's office space technically, and I decorate the top of the piano in the office space. But it'll look really good because I've got like a hot pink flocked reindeer, and like stuff like that. And so I'm like, yes, this tree would look freaking amazing in that space. It'll add, because I'm always doing little trees in it, but the little trees have moved up into the kids' rooms instead. So that they can like decorate a little tree in their room, although that went very poorly last year. So now I'm like, are we doing that this year? I haven't decided yet, to be honest. We probably will, just because I think they'll be sad if we don't, but my God, was it. I'm just thinking about how much work it was to get them to keep the decorations on the trees. I was like, holy crap, kids, please just leave the decorations on. I guess I might have taken their attention off the large tree, though, now that I think about it. Ooh, this needs to be ironed again before I use it, because there's like a massive not ironed bit there. How are these other two? Let's see. This is like a taupey brown. I think this one got ironed a bit, or just, yeah, came out a bit better, except, okay. How did I fold it? Nope. I'm going to reject that one too. Did you come out any better? It's like a really light fabric, so it's going to be more prone to the wrinkles, I guess. Which is wild, because no, it all needs to be redone. Actually, it feels kind of like a brushed cotton and like almost flannel like. All right, tuxedo cats with florals. So that's how we end up also paring down the pile, which is awesome. Because honestly, we do have way too much. Me and my machines. I heard someone say that the other day. It's like, I say we, but I mean me and my machines. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. The royal we, incorporating the we of me and everyone on YouTube watching. Whatever. Okay, this is going to be a little bit bigger because it's like, I may as well, there's so little extra that we may as well just fold this and make it even selvage to selvage. And then all I have to do is open it up and cut it down in the on the like fold edge. There we go. Fucking adorable. This one's gonna be really fun. And it's like, these look like they should be highlighted with the gold, all the little like florals on here, but they're not, but they look like they are at the same time. It's like a really cool almost illusion of it. Maybe they missed it in the printing process, I don't know, but anyway, it looks really good. How many Gyoza bags do we have? I don't know. There's a lot down there. It's kind of scary. Okay. Mini and passport folder. We've already done minis out of the Shiba Inu. Oh, you are down to the dregs. So do we do a Gyoza bag or do we do a passport folder? Or do we do a Gyoza bag? Yeah, there we go. I'm like answering my own questions here. I'm going to do a Gyoza bag and then we'll do a passport folder from the remainder. And I feel like that is probably pretty close. It's a little bit wide. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so let's trim it down in half here. Trying not to do this too much, but at the same time, I'm like, we may as well just be using up, like, this is what we're doing. We're using up the last little bit instead of allowing myself to fall to analysis paralysis of like, what do I make with it? Dither, dither, dither. And then have fabric for like 24 years. That's not true. I haven't been sewing for 24 years. Almost a dozen years. Because I'm like, oh, what do I do with the last pieces? Freak out. No. We're trying to avoid that. That's why I'm also like, I did a very gentle de-stash at the beginning of the summer. And then I went back in recently, in part because I went and bought a bunch of yarn. But Lillian Pine is closing, and I have never actually, or I haven't bought anything from her recently. And I was like, okay, well, here's my opportunity. So I bought a bunch of yarn and fiber at Shindig. I do have a plan for it though. My eldest found my Pompadour shawl, which is basically, it's supposed to be a single, now that I think of it. But it's like a single along with like a single ply yarn. There we go. Singles, if you want to call it that way. Yarn with a, holy fuck, my brain. Held together, not held together, but you alternate rows of garter stitch with a mohair silk blend. There we go. Or Surrey alpaca blend or whatever you want. Mine was a Surrey. Mostly because I had spent a lot of money on a single skein of King fiber. It's gorgeous, but kind of useless. And so I bought a skein of the mohair or Surrey. I think it was actually Hedgehog. It's a very expensive scarf, to be honest, but it is so nice and it's so light and it's soft. And so they've been like drooling over this shawl. And so I bought yarn for that from Erin because I was like, okay, these are like the eldest's colors to a T, neon brights, blah, 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 blah. And then I think I got some worsted also in the eldest's color scheme to make the Bloomsbury sweater, the Bloomsbury kid sweater. So it's a really nice like raglan, and then it's got lace detailing down the sleeves. So I'll knit those in all my infinite time. At least the shawl can happen later because it's like realistically I'm not taking them out of the house with a shawl. Oh, we haven't cut this one. Ooh, fresh fabric. I have had this print before, but maybe that was like a piece that was an offcut or something. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we will get more cut today. This is another one where it's like, this is a nice Christmas color to have. We should actually go in and do some bookmarks and like stocking stuffer items for Heritage Park, because that will be like the week probably for stocking stuffers. I need to restock the scissors because we're like out of blue, and I think we're actually out of black, which, surprise, not really. Okay, there is so little on this side that we're just gonna nudge it over, make it a full larger one. I do think, yeah, the larger ones will end up going a little bit higher just because they are taking up more fabric. Probably what I'll do, yeah, and then I'll have to figure out, I'm like, damn it, after Heritage Park, I'm gonna have to do my taxes, or at least start, which means doing cost of goods sold. Yeah. Okay. Oh well, I don't mind paying taxes. I just don't like having to calculate taxes. Okay. Actually, I think we're good. Look at that. We cleared off the gyoza bags. Fuck it. There's one more over here that we should do just because it's cute and we don't have anything out of it, which is this one right here. Should we do this one? Or should we do the other one with the cat breeds? No, we're going to ignore both of those. We have enough fabric. Katie, chill. Chill, Katie, chill. Okay. What time is it? Oh, it's only 20 after 4. Okay, cool. Oh. 1 second. I see the other stuff that we should add in now that I'm like, chill. No, we're going to add some more fabric over here. 1 second. Okay, we will not be cutting this fabric. It is also quite a bit more expensive. 70 cm by 40 cm. It's almost 1,600 yen. Whew. Well, I guess that's over a meter, though. Probably is a meter. Anyway, this has to be, we're not cutting this or touching this until I get it interfaced, but it is going to be spectacular. Let's open them up and see what we're actually going to make from them. They're gorgeous, which is why they ended up coming home with me. Are they all, okay, it looks like they're all 70 by 40. Why is that one cheaper? These ones are both, so this is the most expensive one. This one is then cheaper. They're all polyester. And then this is the cheapest one. Weird. Anyway, they're adorable. I wonder if they've been like if certain ones had been around longer or something like that. They all feel like they're the same kind of quality. Anyway, we got these like shiny, cute cat heads. The cat heads have like Japanese patterns in them. Really gorgeous background. Again, I'm not doing anything to the, oh yeah, definitely, because they're like set to fray as soon as I unfold it. We will be, polyester threads. Yeah, we're not even going to unfold these because they are fraying as soon as I do. All right, lesson learned. Don't unfold these until I literally have a interfacing here to lay it on top of, because there is just shit everywhere now. So obviously not pre-washed, but these will be going into, I think, yeah, let's do some minis out of these and then some passport folders as well. Oh, that's so gorgeous. So it's little cats chasing yarn balls, and then it's, I don't know what to, it's like floral checkerboard along with like solid grays. And then the gold, and then the yarn is like dark purple and dark pink and gold and olive colored. And then the final one is this one with, these aren't cranes. They look kind of like cranes, but it's definitely it's a 3-point thing that I see a lot in Japan. And then I think this is a kiku or chrysanthemum. And then I did not clue into how trippy like Cafe Facet, or whoever that quilt designer is that's super popular or super famous, but like how those blocks in the back kind of reflect that. All right, so passport mini, like however minis we can get from it, and maybe actually even a fin bag. I know I said I wasn't going to open these, but this one actually looks more stable until I open up the middle. Okay. Should open up the cat faces because we already did that one. Okay, let's see. So there, I do have some more of these as well. I feel like, Katie, why are you turning around like that? Because I've got like a red one with black cats and a pink one with black cats, I think. But I can't see them. Where'd they hide? Anyway, whatever. What do I need? I need the measurements for that freaking passport folder, which I totally buried. And actually, I do have another piece of a couple others actually that might look really good. So we've got this like green, really big brocade. It's like a polyester knockoff of kimono. Almost I will maybe in future what I'll do is I'll run these in through the serger. Oh man, this came from the pneumatic tube shop in Osaka. So this is some of the last fabric from there too. Anyway, so this could look really good as a passport folder as well, I think. Definitely polyester. Not a big deal, obviously. I don't know. Well, no, I'm not ready to tackle that one yet. Although that would make a really amazing, that other one, Gyoza bag actually. And then we do have this one as well, which I think is from Nomura Taylor. Polyester. Yeah, and then it's 70 by 80. So it's double the size of these guys. Okay. I'm not going to open it up because it's like, then I don't have to deal with more fray. But it is something that will become available soon. And it's got like a lot of the very traditional colors in there. Hagide. I don't know. I think Hagide is just like, it's a pre-cut or something like that. I know they're constantly running sales on them. I just always seem to miss them. Anyway, we need that passport folder info command. No, that's not it. Bum, 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 bum. So now I am, as I mentioned, not going to totally follow the, okay. I'm not totally going to follow the pattern because what we're going to swap out is I am going to do just so in the one that I made, it has a big flap. It's probably about this tall. And it's from canvas. It's about this big. And then it's Velcroed. But I don't want to do that big of flap. I don't think it will look really good with the kimono unless I did it from kimono. But even in that case, I don't want to do it with a Velcro strip. Yeah. Velcro is really useful for a lot of things. But for me personally as a maker, it ends up feeling like a cheap closure for me. Also, there's just the whole aspect of you don't ever really want Velcro. Like, it's one thing I will never put on my bags is Velcro because, of course, your yarn getting caught in it is absolutely horrendous. There is an argument against zippers as well, but the zippers I use are so fine-toothed that I find that it's typically not a problem. And realistically, if you're catching your yarn in your zipper consistently, I would suggest sizing up your bag because that's probably the issue, is that the bag is too small. Like, too much has been stuffed into it. Or if you're concerned, stuff all your yarn in and then put your paper pattern over top, and that will definitely protect your yarn. Anyway, Velcro though is to me cheap. And like, so where it does work is the catnip kickers that I'm making that will eventually get more made. I haven't done it yet. And what else did the Velcro work on? Oh, the luggage handles. The luggage handle covers definitely have to be Velcro because that's what's going to stay the best around a luggage handle. Anyway, for this though, what I'm thinking of doing is the two modifications. There's a pocket in it that is unlined. I absolutely hate unlined pockets. It's what's on mine as the prototype just to make sure that like it came together nicely. I'm going to add a lining into the pocket. Just because it's like, it feels really flimsy to not have it there. And then the other thing I'm going to change is I'm going to just do a loop closure instead of a flap closure. So the loop will be like, it'll still be more generously sized, probably 1 inch to 1.5 inches, maybe even. What would 1.5 inches look like? 1 inch, because then what I'll do is the closure will be a magnetic snap. And then that will also increase the accessibility of it because it's a lot easier to open magnetic snap versus Velcro, blah, 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 blah. And it'll still contain the pen and everything like that. That is the elastic loop that goes in there too. Anyway, that's my argument for what the changes I'm going to make. Otherwise, the pattern's really nice. I did just look up the measurement and now I've totally forgotten what it was. La 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 la. Okay, so I know it said 70 centimeters or whatever, but I'm like, I don't work in centimeters. I work in the strange Canadian. It's not a proper inch measurement though either. Okay, it's nearly 28 inches across, right? 17, 45 minus 17 is 28. Okay, cool. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 inches deep. Sweet. Okay, so one of these will make like 2 exteriors. And then I could make the strap closure from this exterior fabric as well. Yeah. Okay, so I think these are just going to become... Oh, no, we're going to do... So we'll do 2 passport holders from these. Sorry, my eyes got really itchy. So is my hair. Passport holders from all of these. And then we'll do mini traveler slings from them as well. So we're just going to open all of these up. I'm going to keep the packages for now so that I can, like... Again, cost of goods sold. Yeah, open all of these up. And then we're just going to go straight in with the interfacing before anything else. But I am going to plop them into their respective piles, maybe. No. I don't know why I'm even opening them because we are just going to go straight to interfacing, but that's okay. It's because I just want them all their packages because they're so pretty. I really like this one with the cat heads. And obviously the yarn one has a very special place in my heart too. But, oh my goodness. My eyes are just like, hey. I don't even know. Hey, we're itchy. Itch, 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 itch. Okay, fold this back up. Get this fray out of here. Mostly. It's stuck to my table. God damn it. Ah! As bad as working with the Obi. There we go. Worse, because it's poly. Okay, garbage can right there. Get in. Get in. Thank you. Okay. Interfacing, interfacing, interfacing. Where should we put it while I'm waiting to interface it? Right there. Right there? Right there. Okay. There's like a bin beside me. I'm like, that's it. Alrighty. Let's get a little bit more coffee in me. And then we got another half hour. I think we should go in and cut the... What did I say? I said that we could either... So we can either do the denim matching for the mini traveler sling. That might be a really good thing to do because that's going to take a bit. Or we could go totally hog wild and start cutting the OB for traveler slings. Oh. I did weigh my OB yesterday so that I have a general idea of how much they actually weigh before I go next time. I wanted to see something before I really committed to all of this. Okay, there is a bunch of cardboard here. The comic book boards for the fabric to reuse later. We're going to pop that in the box there too. There we go. What we're going to do is I want to open this up and see what it would look like to do a gyoza bag from an opened up obi. So we're just going to try and open up one side here. Anyway, yeah, I did find that right, because that's what I was looking for. I was like, where is my travels, like, my scale? That's what I was having to look for. And then I finally found it. It was on my stairs coming down into my studio. I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay, so what I'm thinking is that looks really cool. Now, is it too big? Is it too much? It's like... Or, so how large actually is that? Or is it a good use for some of these that have like so much? And again, then I'm not dithering about like, what do I make with them? Or do we take just a section of it and then pair it up with something? Like there's a few options here. It's actually not much bigger than some of, so even, okay, let's measure it from that poppy edge down. It is like 1 3/4 inches larger than what I've been cutting in general. 2 inches if you're being generous. Now it is going, that would make a quite large, like these gyoza bags that are like that are going to be quite large. But like, oh, that would be so cool. That would look absolutely spectacular, especially with the way this one is actually placed, because it's mostly like, yeah. And I like the two-tone idea of it as well. I think that would look really fucking cool. Now this isn't going to be all the obi, but given that it's like one of the, it's a pattern that I saw in Kyoto while buying obi in Kyoto, and then the tutorial that I follow is Japanese. Like it just, I think it's gonna look really good. Well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I make it and I don't like it, right? So let's do it. Let's do it with this though, because I think this is one of the better obi to actually experiment with. The question becoming, do I take off that seam right there so that it's like this? Or do I leave that seam there and then we're not sewing into any of the motif? It's not really, it's not a seam. It's the fold over flap from the, from opening it up. So do I leave that there or do I cut it off? Bum, 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 bum. I think leaving it there might be nice because it would provide a nice frame. Might actually go, so what, no, I will leave it, but I'm going to go down to the halfway point of that fold. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to this line instead of this line. You're like, what the hell are you talking about, Katie? It'll all make sense. Well, or it won't, and I know what I'm talking about, so, you know. Because the other portion of this is that we do also have a selvage fold over there as well on both edges. That's okay. We can incorporate that in or not. Okay. Come here, my pretty. Now these will also still be lined with twill because the twill is a heavier duty fabric and it'll just provide a little bit extra like oomph without having to add interfacing and make the bag extremely stiff. Anyway, but then so that's going to be like that. Let's trim it down along this line here, right here. And that gives me a nice burn test strip. Doesn't matter for this because it's like, it really doesn't matter in the end of it all, but it is kind of like a nice trivia point to know. But anyway, so that'll fold up like that. That'll fold up like that more or less, and then it's going to be like that. Oh, fuck yeah. Like, look at that. That's going to look so gorgeous. And actually, I think that was the right motif to decide on for sure, because it's kind of half and half across what's going to be kind of 2 panels here. Ooh, that's a nice shape too. Damn it. No, gyoza bag. Gyoza bag, gyoza bag, gyoza bag. Right? Yeah, gyoza bag. I think gyoza bag would be good. Yeah, it's going to be cute. So basically, I guess actually the better way to show it is it's going to fold in here and here. Right up to that line, and then here, and here. And then it's going to get all those like folds into it. And then when it lifts up, it's going to lift that up. Okay. Before we commit to a whole bunch of these as gyoza bags, I will sew this one. So like there will probably only be one obi one in the next couple weeks, but I think that that's going to be spectacular. Alrighty. We have, however, decided that all of these are what these are going to become more or less. I have the list. Probably have to work backwards on the list. Changes. Pink floral with silver. Oh, with... Right. Reminder. Gentle reminder that I cannot actually read my own frickin' handwriting. Backpack experiment and passport holder. The pine is a passport. Butterflies, passport. Cubes, passport. Japan is Japan, passport. Okay. Those all vaguely make sense to me. Where is... This was poppies on blue. Where did the freaking poppies go? I'm pretty sure that I was just going to make everything out of it, right? Oh, it might be on page 3. Doom, 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 doom. Gold sakura, Shina. Cubes with decoration. Okay, so the cubes with decoration are not. They're becoming a passport. I do know that. Salmon swoops. Vases on navy. Warm brown floral. Indian inspired blue floral. Gold floral. La la la. Where the fuck did you go? And why am I taking time to worry about it? Although, yeah, I did write it all down, so it's like... Oh, poppies. Navy. Traveler sling. Okay, so we were going to do a right and left-handed traveler sling. I did not cut out the left-handed traveler sling template yet. Because I need more flexible cutting boards. Maybe I should actually go get more flexible cutting boards. Anyway, backpack. So a traveler sling, a backpack, and then I also said a kato because a kato would look amazing in this. And it is true. It would look amazing in this. Okay, so what we need to do is I need to actually cut the obi that I decided to be the experiment obi for the backpack. And we should sew it and make sure that we want to make backpacks of the rest of the obi. Traveler's sling we know for sure that we're going to do. So let's open this baby back all the way up now. And I have a feeling I have enough for a passport folder from this as well because there's so much, there's so much poppy fabric here. All the way down. So much. So I'm not going to be too precious about it. We're trying not to be too precious about it anyway, but you know what I mean. Maybe. Do I know what I mean? I don't even know. Oh, there's the maker's mark. Worn off and gone. Long gone. Okay, we're only going to open it that far. We're not going to open the other side until we need to because with the traveler sling, it is super useful having the back side of the fabric to be able to cut it as well. Okay, poppies, navy, traveler sling times 2. Backpack and the kato. So let's... Damn it, we actually should cut the backpack first because if we're cutting all these obi, we do really need to have everything ready to go. Okay. Fine. Where did the backpack go? Backpack obi. Backpack obi. I know you're here. You're not the backpack obi, although I pulled you to the top because you were one of the heavier obi. Oh, I think I might have flipped the pile when I put it down. Oh, I totally did, because the kimono and stuff like that are on top. Damn it. Ah! Okay, I know this one's becoming passport folders, so we're just gonna pull that one because that's easy. Where did you go? Good Lord, how far down are you? Okay, the butterflies are also becoming passport folders, those things. It's also like, why didn't I keep it at the top? I knew that I was going to be using it for experiments, so... The hell? Okay, no, I know what that one's for. Or am I just skipping over it because it's not the same one that I thought it was, maybe? So was it? No, it wasn't this one. No, because that one's pretty. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna say fuck it because I don't see it down there. Weird, very, very weird. Because we literally did just look at these the other day. What the hell? Da, 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 dun. Okay. Well, I'm like fairly certain in what we're doing with this backpack. I do still want to sew one in advance. I'm just wondering if we do need to sew it from an obi, or if we just sew it from like a cotton linen blend or like a cotton fabric. Where the hell did that go? Yeah, let's just sew it from a normal fabric. I said that and then I'm like, wait, no, we gotta sew it from both because interfacing differences. Okay. Alright, anyway, I know that for sure that I wanted to make this one because there's so much of this obi that like we can use for the backpack as well. When I'm talking about the backpack, I'm talking about the pear bag. And then, which other fabric? There's a bunch of other fabrics over here we could use. I think we should do la 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 sassy cat, geisha, sushi neko. Ooh, sushi neko. Sushi neko would be popular. We could do capybara. Okay, vote time. Sushi neko. Little silhouette cat. This is the last piece of this one, but it's super cute. It's cotton linen blend. Little long-tailed tits. Long tit. Oh my god. There's a reason why I don't say those words. They're just itty bitty birds. Or capybara, which I'm getting here in 1 second once I get the template out of the way. Or settled. So we got capybara. We've got the long-tailed tits, the cat silhouettes with the red floral. God, that's such a gorgeous fabric. Or I got sushi neko. I think we should do sushi neko with a like, and I've got some navy that would look really good for like the accent pieces on it. Or we could use canvas for the black ones. We could also use canvas for this one. How much is there left of this? Because honestly, we could do a fin sling bag, and then we could do a kato out of this as well, and that would look amazing. Okay, so fin sling. That's how big it is. And then zipper strip. Wait, nope. That's not, nope, this piece, this piece. So there's like a piece of that. And then this is also an exterior piece because it goes on the bottom. It is actually got a round bottom. Yes, I'm terrified of it right now. And then the strap connectors and the upper front would be made from, along with the zipper strip, would be made from canvas. And then we could also make a card case to match. That'd be Cute. And then the question becomes, do I just make the back panel out of canvas makes more sense. So the back panel, zipper strip, and accent pieces out of canvas, and then the interiors are here for the pockets. And I think there's one more pocket piece. This is why I gotta go get more. Okay, that's the mini traveler. That's the other one, whatever we're calling it. The traveler sling. Oh yeah, and then the card case does not have a slip pocket thing yet. All right. Sushi Neko? Sushi Neko. Yeah, let's do it out of Sushi Neko. Mostly because it's also cotton linen blend, and so it's going to be a nice, heftier bag. The rest of them will also be nice, but... Or... do I do it out of that cat fabric? Doom, 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 doom. Nah, let's do it out of the cat fabric. We are going to do the Sushi Neko, but the experimental one will be out of the cat fabric. There we go. Decided. Kinda. Okay. So part of why I wanted to do these templates is because now I can actually see what the hell we're getting on this bag, which is super cool. This cut is large enough that we could actually do both the back and the front from it, which is one of the debates. But I do think, actually, if I don't do that, if I do this, yeah, I could actually get 2 fronts out of it, and then we could just line it with, or put canvas in the back. So that's what we're going to do. Because realistically, this doesn't have to be made from that. 1, 2, good. Okay, so that would be enough there. And then you could do 1, 2. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to cut. What does it say? Oh, right. Are we going to interface this whole thing? Yes, we're going to interface this whole thing. Okay, so let's actually get this then. Okay, so this is the decided on one. This is going to get an interfacing as well. Then we're going to come over here. This does say, so... And we're going to make these backpacks. So basically what that means is that you're still going to be able to use it as a crossbody bag. That's what I'll sell them as first, but they're going to have a second strap connector, and that is going to become a, then you can add on a strap if you desire. That's what's happening. It's optional. Optional backpack. Okay, done, done, done. And then the card case. So the card case's idea is the fact that it's like small, but at the same time, I think the card cases we have are enough. She's like got a whole system for like adding in a security strap and everything like that, so you can just like pop it into the bag. But I'm like, don't know yet. I'll decide on that. I think as we have fabric, maybe we'll do that, but I'm not like super pressed about it. Okay, and then yeah, so the fin sling for the obi actually works quite well, it looks like. Okay, pop that there. Do you work along the side here? If we unfold it, for some of them at least, it'll work, I think. Doom. Doom. Yes, yes. Okay, good. There's enough room for it. And then for this, I'm going to cut it. I know it. Well, actually, honestly, it's the bottom of the bag, so it doesn't really matter. Ow! No, this should be canvas too, because then if it gets set down, it's not your nice fabric sitting on the floor. Okay. Canvas. That really doesn't take a lot of fabric then. I like how I'm like, I did these templates so that I could like be fussy about it, but honestly, I'm just going to cut it where I cut it so that I don't waste the obi either. I honestly do think that that's probably good there. This one doesn't have any like plain backing anywhere, so I don't know what I'm going to do for the interior for the obi ones. Maybe snag some offcuts. Yeah, let's snag some offcuts like this guy, because this would actually look really nice as a lining. Yeah, look at that. Lines up and everything. Okay, so that would be, oh, but I would need another piece for the, okay, 1 second. Let's see what we have. If I've got enough. Do I have enough? I might have enough. Or at least majority. Because what we need is we need a front and a back. There we go. So there is the interior back panels, because we'll line it in OB. Okay, interior back panel. And then this needs to be an interior as well. Yeah. Okay, and then this needs to have an interior too. Okay. Again, we're going to interface all this before we even touch it. Well, touch it more than we already have. Doom, doom, doom. Good there. This one is a little bit thinner, but that's because of the fold under of the selvage, whereas this one was not folded under apparently. And then what else do we need? We need, this should also be a piece of OB. Now that is something that honestly would be better if it would match. Or we could line it with interface or canvas. I love how I put notes on here for myself, but I have no fucking clue. Exterior fabric. Interfacing. Lining fabric. Oh, fusible foam. I should probably write that out. And then both of these also need lining. And then what are you doing? You are just exterior fabrics. Okay. Okay, so you are all exteriors, and you are going to be, what are you going to be for the OB? Oh, damn it. In the case of the OB, I think we should still do canvas, because it's going to create that nice framing around the OB. So we're going to stick with canvas. I've got 5 more minutes, and then I need to head. Damn. And apparently, damn is the word of the day. D. This episode brought to you by D for damn. Okay, let's see if I can track down like 2 more comparable pieces even. There's like darker or lighter. We could go darker or lighter. This one is a little bit lighter, but honestly in kind of the same range. So that in that case, that would look work the best for like, could do the bottom of it, and then the sides would be darker. That's okay, I think, right? No one's going to be super offended by that. You need 2 of these. Can I get 2 of those and this? I can. Okay, there, decided for this one. So we will call it there, and I'm going to go... Actually, I'm going to cut this piece off here, and then I will get the interfacing done on it before I come on again next time. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Giving myself a little bit extra height. Actually, yeah, this is going to be one of the ones that I sew over the weekend with the kiddos home, and then I'll come back and show it off, basically, once we got it done, because it is such a new pattern. I need to, like... There's going to be a significant amount of swearing about it as I sew it, I'm sure. So that'll be the experiment one. I know I set the other one aside for the experiment one, but now I don't know which one it is. I know I have it written down, but you know, this is like 5 pages. And like, it's going to be a good guide, but I don't fucking know where it is. It's really, really annoying. I'm like, where the hell did it go? Oh well. Anyway, that, like, I think I believe in myself. It's going to turn out well, but it'll be better once I actually have it sewn. So I'll chat with y'all very soon. It's time to head out for kiddo pickup. Yeah, and I don't think I'll be back on tonight. If I do come back downstairs tonight, it will be to the sewing machine, not the cutting studio. Hopefully this wasn't too juddery again after everything went down. And I'll chat with y'all again on... Actually, I will definitely be back on Monday because kiddos are in school and Dallas is going back to work that day for for like just over 24 hours. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. And if you're watching this later, have an awesome day wherever, whenever you are. Thanks so much.